Good morning and happy Vlogmas Day 23. We are starting episode 8 this morning, and that will take us all the way to Christmas Day, which, I'll post the last Vlogmas video on Christmas Day, probably in the evening, and it'll include the 2 parties or events I'm attending, and today will be all about wrapping gifts and cleaning my sewing room. Also, I'm expecting the delivery of the furniture that was supposed to come on Saturday but didn't. It's a very long story, but I just love it when businesses do that. So they send you a confirmation email. Yep, your delivery date is December 20th. We can be there anywhere between 8 and 5, blah, blah, blah. And then the morning of the day in question, you call the store just to confirm, and they say, oh, well, that item is back order. It's not going to be delivered for 2 weeks. But then you got rid of the old thing. So I ordered a new sofa because, and I don't know if I said this, but Bear basically destroyed the old one. So it was time. He's no longer a kitten. He doesn't scratch at things that often. He's got scratch posts everywhere in the house, so he's been a bit better about doing it. So we thought it's time, we need to get a new sofa. So we got rid of our old sofa Friday, fully expecting our new sofa to be in on Saturday morning. So when I was on the phone with the store, I said, well, wait a minute, I got rid of my old stuff. I can't wait 2 weeks. Like, I'm going to be home on vacation those 2 weeks. I'm not going to sit on a hard chair for 2 weeks. No way. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, my sofa's available somewhere and it'll be delivered to me today. Anywho. So all that to say that today is a stay close to home day because the furniture is finally coming. And I did get a text confirming it's going to be here anywhere between 11 and 2 today. So it's on the truck. It's coming. So yeah, so we're wrapping gifts this morning because that usually creates a mess in this room because my wrapping station is basically my cutting table. So we're wrapping gifts today. I want to get all of them done today so that I don't have to worry about any of that stuff tomorrow. And then once all the wrapping is done, it's major cleaning of the sewing room and getting it into a state where I'm going to want to get down here after Christmas and get some fun sewing done just for me. No gifts, no pressure to create outfits, just stuff I've been wanting to make, which will be amazing. So that is the plan for today and for the next few days. We're going to start this morning. So right now it's about 9 o'clock. I had a really good night's sleep. Went to bed about 10:30 last night. Woke up at 7. So that was a really good sleep. I put makeup on my face. Well, first because I knew I needed to film and nobody needs to see me with zero makeup on my face. But also I felt like I looked a little tired even though I had a really good sleep. But anyways, so we're going to do, it's about 9 o'clock. So we're going to do the Advent. I'm going to get wrapping. I may need to walk to the dollar store to get a few like gift bags because I thought I had a ton of them. I don't. And I may need to get like a few gift bags. Also, I am determined to restock my Christmas wrapping stuff between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe on Boxing Day, I'll venture out and just go and stock up on things so that next year I don't have to worry about what I have and what I don't have. All right, so I love coffee. All right, so let's get these done. Starting with Jazz and Wow, day 23. Oh, this feels like a coaster of some kind, or a round card. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, look how nice this is. It's the same color as those little stud earrings I got maybe a week ago. I like this. I really like this. So coaster, trinket dish. I mean, I could use this in my bedroom for the jewelry I wear every single day. Just put it in here. Very nice. Love it. Oh, wait a minute. There's a magnet behind this. It's a magnetic pin dish. Another one. Oh, by the way, remember this from the Beyond the Pink Door? It is supposed to be a pin dish. It's just not, oh yeah, it works. It's just not as powerful a magnet as I'm used to, because I do have a magnetic pin dish, and seriously, if the pin is within 6 inches of that thing, the pin gets attracted to it. And these two are really good, but just not as powerful as that one. So this is great. So now I'm gonna have magnetic pin dishes all over my sewing room, which is great because I keep having to move the one I have from cutting table to pressing station to sewing machine. So now I have multiples. Great. All right, now let's have a look at the Beyond the Pink Door. A lot of really good comments about today's gift on her Facebook group. So I can't wait to see what it is. It's very smushy. Like, very, very smushy. Nice, nice. It's a pin cushion, but with all the different pin needle types. So like I reuse my needles. Obviously I don't just use them for one project, and I never know where to put my used one or even remember what they are. So with this, you can put your used needles in the proper row and know exactly what they are. Oh, I love this. Love this. Very cool. All right, so there we go. Advent calendar's done. Now I have to get myself motivated to wrap presents, because that is not an activity I enjoy doing at all. So I'm going to put some Vlogmas videos to entertain me while I get this done. All right, I'll see you in a bit. I forgot to mention in the clip right before what I'm wearing, and I am wearing my Jazz and Wow little moon earrings that I absolutely love. This is a Whistler top, my very first Whistler top I made, gosh, quite a few years ago now. Yeah, quite a few years ago. It might even have been before I started my YouTube channel. Yeah, so 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years. I love this thing so much. Now, this is it's called, well, she called it on her store a thick fabric, THICC. It's basically, I don't even know how to describe it. It's very thick, soft, fleece almost. It's 100% polyester. It's indestructible, this thing. I have washed and dried this, my gosh, so often, because it is one of my favorite sweaters to wear in the winter. Love the color on me. It feels amazing. I got a really good fit on it. And yeah, this store went out of business, so I can't buy this fabric from her anymore, and I've not been able to find it anywhere else. But I would have loved to have a sweater like this, or sweaters in every color of this fabric. It is amazing, amazing. So I'm wearing it today because, like I said, it's a stay-at-home kind of day. I don't wear this to go to the office. I feel like it looks too casual, but I do wear it to work from home. Because, yeah, on a video call, I think it looks really nice. All right. I'm just going to go back to wrapping now. All right, well, here is the aftermath of my wrapping marathon. So we've got some here And here, please don't pay attention to the state of my sewing room. We've got some here, and then we've got a bunch here, and a bunch here. But I'm finally done. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So this took way longer than I hoped it would. But yeah, let me turn you out. Hold on. Oh, all right. So yeah, it is exactly 3 o'clock. So I've been at this for 4 or 5 hours. I did get the furniture delivery somewhere in there, so got distracted and then did eat lunch. So it wasn't like 4 or 5 hours straight, but it's just a lot of wrapping, which is not my favorite activity. But I'm done. Everything's wrapped. Good news is I used most of the Think Pink boxes that I had accumulated over the last 2 years maybe. So I was able to use a lot of them to wrap up some presents, which is amazing. So I didn't have to go out and get gift bags or any of that stuff, just recycled everything. So seeing as it's 3 o'clock, I'm gonna bag the gifts because I have to separate them into basically 3 piles. The pile that stays here that we open with our youngest Christmas morning, the pile that's going to my sisters for my mom, my sister, my nephews, like family, and then the 3rd pile, which is going to John's house, my oldest boy, and that's for all the kids, grandkids, and so on. So I'm gonna do that, get everything in bags near the door so that everything's ready for when I leave tomorrow to go to my sister's. And then I can start cleaning this room because it's gotten worse. I actually took some clips earlier, like before I started doing the wrapping, just to kind of show the state of my sewing room, which is more than a little embarrassing, I have to say. And now it's even worse because of the wrapping and stuff. So I'm going to take the rest of the afternoon to start sorting this room out, and then probably a part of the evening tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I'm also going to be cleaning this sewing room. I really want to show you an after in this video, because a few of you have asked me for a sewing room tour, but I don't want to give you a proper tour until everything is nice and clean and organized. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get that done before lunch tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to leave it here for now. I'll come back on later on tonight before I go to bed and give you an update on the cleaning operation. All right, so I'm going to be super vulnerable here and show you the state of my sewing room as of today. And the plan is to clean it up, like really clean it up, because oh my goodness. All right, so I'm at the bottom of the stairs leading into the basement where my sewing room is. My sewing room is over here and to the left, and then beside me is a part that you never ever see, and those are my washing machine and dryer. So I coexist with the laundry room. Here is a cedar chest. Underneath all that stuff is a cedar chest that used to belong to my mother-in-law, and it hides all of my quilts. I've made many, many quilts through the years, and all of them, or many of them, are in there. By the way, the washing machine is going, so there will be noise. There's a stack of things over here that I need to go put away. So there's muslin fabric, some printed patterns, some income tax things, and some remnants, like less than a yard pieces of fabric. Yeah, I just need to go put that stuff away. Some candle things. Those are the folders I use to store all of my printed patterns. You've got my printer right here. You've got my 2 Tafy cardigans hanging here, which I need to go put away. This is, by the way, a cross stitch my grandmother did probably around 50 years ago now, maybe even more than 50 years, and she gave it to me 2 or 3 years ago, and it's now hanging in my sewing room. On the floor, I have a iron that no longer works, that needs to be put in the garbage. I have my printer paper over here, and those are gifts that need to be wrapped. And then this is my computer desk, also a small pressing station when all I need to do is press one seam. There's so much stuff on here, including some cat hair in the back there. My corkboard is falling apart. It fell down and I never bothered to put it back properly. It's got my vision board for 2025 and a bunch of things for my channel. Yeah, it needs to get sorted. And then you've got a million wires for my chargers, for my computer. Yeah. And this is where I press like small seams. Right now you can see my iPad and my phone. I have my iron right there. A full-length mirror where I check things. A bunch of Beyond the Pink Door Think Pink boxes. The floor is horrendous. It's full of dust and threads and more Think Pink boxes that I need to... Well, I'm going to use a lot of those to wrap up Christmas gifts, so yeah. And then my sewing table, you've got my machines. The table itself is again very dusty and full of stuff that need to find a new home. This thing here, I basically have been dumping things in there for months now. I need to sort through this and yeah, put stuff back. Thread that I have no room for on my racks. This is my Juki DX7. This is my finished lane pants and a sweater and some fabric that just got washed. And my Juki TL 2010Q with, again, fabric on top of it, scissors that need to be put away. And then my embroidery machine is all the way in the corner over there. My mannequin, and then a rack that has some zipper pouches with needles and machine foot or machine accessories. My gosh, serger threads, a bunch of things. That too needs to get reorganized. This is the craft table that I have my Cricut machine on. This is supposed to be clear at all times so that I can sit and use my Cricut machine. This is the state of this table most of the time. It's never clear. But during Christmas and during Advent, this is where I filmed most of my clips. This is where I open my Advent calendars. This is where I put all of my gifts. Those all need to get wrapped. Oh gosh, let me turn you around real quick so I can show you my cutting table. So this is my cutting table, and look at the state of this thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's got a pattern on it. It's got some offcuts from the latest thing I did. It's got some hangers and a box of bounce for whatever reason. And then I've got some muslin fabric on there. Yeah, because I made a muslin of that coat I made. And under my cutting table is yet more stuff that needs to get wrapped for Christmas. I have extra boxes underneath there. Extension tables for my sewing machine. And then this gray thing over here is where all of my Christmas wrapping things are stored, so that's going to go away once all the Christmas gifts are wrapped, but for now this is where it is. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a huge mess and I can't stand it anymore. So today we are getting this place nice and clean and organized. And I'm back. It is the end of the day. It's probably around 9:30, 9:45, I did a good clean of the sewing room, put a million things away, changed some of the things around. I swept, but now I just need to do a final look at the floor and vacuum and that kind of thing. But overall, it is looking so much better right now. I'm going to give you a full tour tomorrow morning when I come down to do the advent calendars. But yeah, I just have a few boxes and things to take out to the recycling because it's a little late now and I don't want to go outside. But yeah, I'm super pleased with my evening. I watched a hockey game, had dinner with hubby, and yeah, slowly got my sewing room back in order, which was amazing. All right, I'm probably going to go to bed now, but I will see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning and happy Christmas Eve. Today's the 24th and oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for tonight. Get together with family, have a great party, some great food. I'm really, really excited. This morning I got up around 7-ish. I didn't like wash my hair or anything. I just slapped a little bit of makeup on just because I need to go out in a little bit. But I'm really wearing comfies. The top is a ready to wear and I'm wearing my urban pants in the green ponte. I need to go out around 1 o'clock to pick up an order for food for tonight. So I was in charge of breads and dessert. So I have to go and pick that up at 1 o'clock. And then when I get back from that is when I'm going to start getting ready. Although, I mean, we only have to be at my sister's for 6. I don't need to start getting ready at 2 o'clock. I don't. My son, Max, very nicely offered to pick me up and take me to the party so that I could have a glass of wine or two. And he'll be the reasonable one and he'll be the designated driver for the evening, which was awful sweet. Yeah, so anywho, I'm down here now. I finished sweeping and cleaning the floor in my sewing room, put some stuff away, like getting stuff a little more organized so I can give you a proper tour this morning. And we're gonna do that right after I do the advent calendars. I also have received a couple of questions on the last Vlogmas video, so I will come back on at some point today and answer those questions for you. But let's see what's in the calendars for the very last day, which is very sad. I will keep these boxes for Christmas next year because I think I mentioned it yesterday when I was doing the wrapping of the gifts that all of these boxes from my Think Pink subscription and advent calendars for past years came in handy this year because I was able to use so many of them to wrap gifts. Recycling and all that jazz, you know. All right, so let's see what's in here. Exciting. Oh, it's a nice little jewelry box with her logo. Oh gosh, I'm excited about this. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, Becky. Oh, look at this. It's a necklace with a sewing machine charm. Like, how nice is that? Look at this. That is so sweet. I love it. Love it. Oh. Oh my goodness, I absolutely loved this calendar and I really hope she does it again next year because I do know that Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door will not be doing one next year, so I'm hoping I can get my hands on Becky's again. And to be completely honest, it was so fabulous, this advent calendar, that one would be more than enough for me. Like, I just loved every single gift in this calendar. It was just fabulous. All right, and let's see what's inside our Beyond the Pink Door box. Ooh, it's a nice chunky one. Again today. It's hard. Oh wow, what is, oh my gosh, look, the little box is a handbag. And it is Charbonnel and Walker? Charbonnel and Walker? I think this is chocolates. Oh, oh, it is chocolate. Oh, what is happening here? You have got to be kidding me. Look at this, you guys. Shoes. Look at this. I can't eat this. My gosh. This is amazing. This is just amazing. Oh, and the, like, come on. Come on. That is amazing. Oh my goodness, Andrea. Good job. Your very last calendar, and it is a thing of beauty. All right, so I'm going to put this away and give you a tour of the sewing room. All right, so we are getting started in the same spot as the before clip. So I'm at the bottom of the stairs. The washing machine and the dryer are on my left, and what's in front of you, like up to here, is basically my sewing room. So I've cleared everything off this cedar chest, except for the things that I really wanted to store on there, which was my printer, my file folders, and this fun candle holder thingy, which I absolutely love. Hubby bought that for me years and years and years ago. And like I said, all the quilts are in this chest. And then we move forward. Oh, and the cross stitch is still here. And then this is my admin desk or computer desk. So I've cleared a lot of the stuff on here. I have my notebook and my phone, which I always have out. And then some snacks to sustain me through editing videos and things. Some of the ceramic pieces I made last winter during my ceramic class. I have some, well, I have one light for when I film the videos. My laptop, as you can tell, I was watching Andrea's Vlogmas video today, which I've now paused to film this. My corkboard has a couple of channel related things, and my Maker mini quilt, which I absolutely love. The lights, the fairy lights that are still out, will be put away at some point once Vlogmas is over, but they're out for now. In these drawers, so I have a Calyx unit, or is this, no, this is an Alex, I think. Anyways, IKEA. I have pens, tools, notions such as elastics, buttons, and I have camera gear and electronics all in this, which is, you know, close at hand when I need them. And everything is organized in the drawers. I have my computer chair here, and then my iron with my best press, my water bottle for the iron. And then in here is my pressing stuff and some Cricut, like vinyl remnants that I didn't know where to put, so I put everything away in these drawers. I have some Think Pink boxes holding up my full-length mirror, which has been cleaned. Nice. Then I have my serger, a brand new lamp. Hubby replaced the old lamp that was too big and not bright enough, so now I have a lot more light in this corner, which is great. And I always keep a remnant piece of fabric next to my serger from when I change the threads. I always run that piece of fabric through the serger to make sure that it was threaded properly, that there are no tension issues and all of that good stuff. This whole table was cleaned, so now it's dust free and lint free and thread free. I organized my little purple organizer so that I have everything, like all my markers together, all my snips together, all my unpickers together, and so on. So everything is all organized. Then you have the thread racks, which are pretty full. I have my DX7 here with her cover on, with a dish. Remember this dish from Becky's calendar with some pins in it? Then I have my Juki TL2010Q, which is basically my quilting machine with her pins. So these are much longer quilting pins, and I keep those next to my quilting machine. This is a paint by number thing that Marianne made for me last year. And, you know, it's a black cat. It's bear, basically. So I love it here. Then I have my pegboard from IKEA with all of my cutting, measuring tools, along with all my rulers over here in a woodworking. So this is, if I can show you, this says Mom, and my stepdaughter did that in woodworking class in high school, and I've had it since, and it's been holding my rulers ever since then. Then I have my Brother embroidery machine with her cover on, and this little trinket dish next to it, just because I didn't know where to put it, but I wanted it to be out because it's so lovely. And then all of my embroidery machine accessories are here. Under my table, I have bath mats for my petals so that they don't slip and go anywhere. Now, the floor is not dirty. It is just damaged and stained. You know, I used to have a bunch of teenagers living down here. I have some leftover boxes underneath there, plus some tripods and more lights for when I'm filming. My mannequin is here, all my Cricut stuff. Look how neat and tidy my Cricut desk is. Very happy. Another light because I'm filming the Vlogmas advent calendar openings at this desk, so I'm using that light. And then I have another pegboard with all of my Cricut tools and accessories here, and another chair. And I bought 2 chairs on purpose. First of all, I didn't want to have to roll my chair around the sewing space, but also Marianne spends quite a bit of time down here with me, so I wanted her to have her own chair as well. And then we have my cutting table, which is basically 2 calyx units from IKEA, one in the front, one over there, and a tabletop on top, also from IKEA. I have 2 cutting mats on top, which means I can cut like pants or dresses all in one go on top of this table, and it is the perfect height for cutting. I don't need to bend over too much, so that saves my back. This is an extra sewing machine that doesn't work very well. There's a bunch of tension issues with it, and I took it out because one of you is working on learning how to fix sewing machines. So yeah, this is going to be a donation to the cause of learning how to fix them, because we need more of you people out there. In these calyx units cubes are embroidery supplies, interfacing, specialty fabrics, yeah, that kind of thing. So the stuff that I don't really want to keep in my fabric stash, but I don't want to be out within Bear's reach, basically. So those are all in there. And my fabric stash is all in this calyx unit at the other end. So I've got all of my woven fabrics on the left, so in this one and the one below, and I've got all of my knit fabrics in this one and the one below. So that's how I've organized my stash, and this is all the dressmaking fabric I have. Like, there's none anywhere else. I keep my remnants somewhere else and my quilting cottons somewhere else, but this is all of my dressmaking stash, and those cubes are pretty full, so I'm trying not to buy any more that I'm not going to use right away. For pressing, I have this pad that I bought, I think on Amazon. It's folded in half right now. Usually it sits on top of my admin table because it's easier to reach when I'm sewing. But when I'm pressing big lengths of fabric, I move my cutting mats and then open that up, and this is where I press my yardage, basically. And up above here I have all of the different supplies like glue and machine oil and some knickknacks, clips, you know, safety pins, that kind of thing. And over here I have most of my serger thread. I have more stored in other places, but those are the colors I use most often, so they're up here. And then I moved my turquoise little, what's that called, caddy, under my cutting table because that's where I'm going to need it most of the time. I have measuring tools and all kinds of things up in the first, on the first layer thing there. Below that I have all of my bags that hold bobbins, sewing machine accessories, extra sewing needles, my label stash binders, and then the last one holds more serger thread and a bunch of lint rollers, because when you have a cat, you need a lint roller in your sewing room. Here is a quilt project in progress in a project bag that was a gift from Adam Sews. When we got together in the UK during my trip over there, he gave me this and I absolutely love it. And it's just too pretty to put away, so it's hanging here, taunting me to finish that quilt project, basically. So yeah, that's my sewing room. That's my little sewing space, and I absolutely love it, especially when it's all clean and organized like this. Merry Christmas, everyone. Today is obviously Christmas Day. We had a fabulous Christmas Eve party. I grabbed a few clips here and there, but overall I just really wanted to be there and present and not worry about, taking videos or pictures or whatever. I did not get a photo of me in my outfit, but you've seen my Be Mine top, the blue one. I'll insert a picture if I can find one, but that's an older make. I made that back in May. But yeah, it was comfortable. It was pretty. I just had a great time. We had some amazing food, and it was just so good to be with my mom, my siblings, my nephews. It was just a really, really nice party. Now I am dressed, and I'll show you my outfit in a second. I'm dressed, makeup's done, hair's done, and we are getting ready to leave to go to our oldest boy's house to have Christmas lunch, and that'll be with all of our kids, our grandkids, hubby's sister and husband, and their kids and grandkids. So it'll be like a huge group of people. I'm gonna try and take clips again and at least one family photo of us with our children, maybe us and the grandchildren too, and insert that at the end of this video. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on real quick, say thank you to all of you who watched the Vlogmas videos this month. They were so much fun to film and to plan, and loved all of the comments I got from you all, the questions I got. It's just been a really, really fun lead up to Christmas. My phone is going crazy this morning. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave Vlogmas here. Like I said, I'm just gonna insert pictures and clips at the end of the video. Did want to say real quick that I am planning a small break. So between now and the first week of January, no more videos are gonna come out. I really just wanna chill for the next week or so. I might sew a few little things, but I really just wanna relax, take my time, and just sew for the pleasure of sewing and not sew to a deadline or because I have a video coming out. So a little mini YouTube vacation, I think, is in order because, yeah, it's been a lot this month. It's been a lot of fun, but it's also been a lot of work. So Merry Christmas to all of you and to your family. I hope you've had a fabulous day, and I will see you in 2026. Bye. So here is the Christmas Day outfit. So my beautiful Iguazu top in the blue sweater knit and my Lane pants, which, yeah, I sized down on, and I'm very happy I did that. Love it. I'll try and take some better photos for you and insert them in the video, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty cute about the outfit.
Une rénovation où la ville, le borough avait baissé les bras, permettait. À la fin, je vais voir.